Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming out to get the latest information on all things Stanley Cup Final. I'm Lindsay Parker. I'm Mayor Bowser's Deputy Chief of Staff. As you know, we're expecting large crowds for tonight's Game 5 viewing party. And as we were with Games 3 and 4, we're prepared to ensure that everyone has a safe and enjoyable experience here in Washington, D.C. Now we need to ensure that everyone who will be in the area this evening has the information they need to be safe and have fun. And so I'm joined here by Mayor Bowser's team, the Deputy Mayor for Public Safety and Justice, Kevin Donahue, Metropolitan Police Department Chief Peter Newsham, Fire and EMS Chief Gregory Dean, District Department of Transportation Director Jeff Marudian, Deputy Chief of Operations at the D.C. Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency, Dante Lucas, HCMA's Special Events Bureau Chief, Tanya Mitchell, the WMATA head, Paul Wittefeld, as well as Chris Shorter, our Director of the Department of Public Works. We know that the district and really the entire region is excited to rock the red tonight and cheer on the Capitals to victory. Just as we did for all the other home games for Games 3 and 4, there are pretty extensive road closures right around here, and you're already going to see that some of those are going into effect as we speak. So once again, we're asking people coming downtown not to drive and instead to take public transportation. And we've got a lot of options for you. So beginning at 6 p.m., the D.C. Circulator is going to be free for all routes. And as was the case for both home games, Games 3 and 4, Metro will be staying open later. The DDOT director and the WMATA head will be talking about that in a bit. Once downtown, we're asking our fans to have fun, right? We want everybody to have fun and certainly show their enthusiasm for the Capitals. But also, we really want people to be a good sport. So keep the cross-checking to the players on the ice and help us keep downtown in good order. As we encourage fans, residents, and visitors to text all caps, so ALLCAPS, to 888-777 to receive important text alerts about safety and transit issues. Now, I'd like to welcome Chief Newsham to give us some more specifics about what to expect tonight. Thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. This has been a tremendously wonderful experience for Washington, D.C. We have seen people who have been extremely excited about the progress the Capitals have made. The only downside that I have seen to this point is that we had to see Pat Collins in what has been described as a too tight Elvis outfit. And hopefully we won't have to see that too much going further into the future. Anyways, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us outside the Capital One Arena, home of our Washington Capitals. Let me extend a sincere thanks to all of the residents, workers, and businesses in the immediate area. We understand many of you may have been inconvenienced recently to accommodate these games, the police presence, and we certainly appreciate your patience. The excitement is evident across the city, and like previous Stanley Cup final games this series, we are prepared. As you all know, MPD plans for safe and successful large events on a regular basis, and we have engaged with our partners in the NHL throughout this process. We've also reached out to the police agencies who have hosted similar events to learn from their experiences. Based on those conversations and our own experience in facilitating large events, we will activate our Joint Operations Command Center this afternoon. That will remain open through the early morning hours. By now, I hope everyone has had an opportunity to review the list of road closures and parking restrictions that will be in effect this evening, and are making plans to avoid the area if they're not coming to the event, and to look for alternative forms of transportation options that are available. The road closures and parking restrictions that were in effect for Game 4 will be the same that will be in effect for tonight. In the event that the Caps win tonight and the potential for larger crowds to exceed the established road closure area, we are prepared to adjust accordingly and maintain the road closures into the early morning hours. MPD has increased staffing in and around the arena, as well as secured additional resources and each of the district's citywide agencies for any potential incidents that may occur across the city. We anticipate an excited crowd this evening and do want to remind people that alcohol is prohibited from the outdoor watch party and to kindly dispose of any trash in appropriate bins that are in the area. Please do not attempt to climb any of the poles or traffic signals. This is extremely dangerous, not only to you, but to the people below. And please respect all of our great local establishments and understand that everyone is here to enjoy the moment and witness the Caps bring home their first Stanley Cup victory in franchise history. If you're bringing young children down here, please talk to them prior to them coming. In the event they get separated from you, there will be visible MPD police presence in the area. If you do get separated from your children, please go to one of our police officers who will be there to assist you. Many of you have questions concerning a potential parade. In the event we do have a parade here in our city, this is a city where we have parades on almost a weekly basis. It is something that we will be well accustomed to having here in Washington, D.C. I'm going to thank you all right now. We're going to take questions in a moment. I'm going to ask Jeff Muriel from the Department of Transportation to come up and say a few words. Jeff.
Thank you, Chief. Good afternoon, everybody. To echo the Chief of Police, we are very excited to be here today. The District Department of Transportation has been working alongside our fellow agencies to ensure that everybody who wants to come and enjoy the festivities this evening can do so safely. We will be here. Our traffic control officers will be out helping to facilitate the flow of traffic for vehicles, pedestrians, and bicyclists. To echo the Chief, as you can tell, there are a number of road closures that are already in place. Several more will be following later this afternoon throughout the evening. We are encouraging folks to utilize transit to the greatest extent possible. General Manager Wiedefeld is here, who I know will talk a little bit about Metro service. Mayor Bowser yesterday announced that we will be offering free circulator starting at 6 p.m. this evening. There is a circulator stop just a few blocks away from here on 7th and Massachusetts. We also have several locations where you can park bicycle. We have a Capital Bike Share Corral. So there are a number of alternatives to driving in this area. Due to the closures, due to the parking restrictions, we strongly encourage individuals who are hoping to come down and enjoy the festivities to utilize alternative forms of transportation. So we look forward to taking any questions that you might have after some remarks. It's now my pleasure to turn it over to General Manager Paul Wiedefeld.
Thank you, Jeff. Good afternoon, everyone. As you heard, actually we made historic news last night when we said we'd be open an extra hour when we actually don't even have a home game, an away game. So it's the first time ever in our history to do that. And thank you, obviously, to Monumental Sports Entertainment for their support to making that all happen. We will basically have all the stations will be exit only except for Metro Center, obviously here at Gallery and Judiciary. And that's just given the volumes of people that we'll be having to deal with that we envision later tonight. We're looking for a very exciting evening, and I know our crowds have been fantastic on the trains, even some of our players, and it's been a really fun run for everyone. And let's go Caps.
All right, thanks, Paul. Do we have any questions?
Chief, I was wondering, is there a time, say they do win tonight, is there a time, 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, when you start encouraging people to go home? I hear that that's been done in other cities. Will that happen?
You know, we'll play it by ear. If it seems like it's going to disrupt the morning rush hour, then of course we'll urge people to go home. So far our experience, and you have to understand this is the 5th time we've done this. We've had 2 live games here. We've had 2 viewing parties. The 2 live games, we had pretty well-known talent that came here before the games. And the folks that have come down to this event have been in a celebratory mood. They've been extremely cooperative. You have seen people wearing Caps jerseys and wearing LA Knights jerseys that are communicating and cooperating. We don't anticipate any problems. We expect the same thing tonight. We would tell people to be mindful that if their celebration is starting to last a little bit too long, they may want to consider what impact that's going to have on the morning rush hour. Yep.
And or drunk and kind of rowdy fans.
Yeah, so this is Washington, D.C. We are always prepared for terrorist attacks here in Washington, D.C. Because we will have a large crowd gathered in this area, we will be particularly sensitive to the fact that somebody could come out and take advantage of the fact that we have a large crowd here. We do not talk about the specifics of the actions that we are taking, but I can tell you that we are well aware of that potential, and the Metropolitan Police Department will be prepared for that. You had a second part, though. I'm going to ask, or your second part was about rowdy fans. We haven't seen that so far, and I don't expect it tonight. I think that the folks that have been enjoying this great success by the Capitals they've been fantastic, and I don't expect anything different tonight. Yep.
Include, when you talk about terrorism, would that include a potential gunman? And also, what is your worst case scenario? Maybe the Caps fans are well behaved, but some outsiders come in to cause trouble.
We live here in a city which, if you look at the three cities in the country that face terrorism, and in no particular order, it's New York, Los Angeles, and here in Washington, D.C. So we're acutely aware of the fact that there are people from around the world that may want to do harm in our country, and we will be prepared for that. And like I said earlier, I don't anticipate anybody coming down here creating a problem. We're always prepared for arrests, but our goal is not to have to make any arrests. And so far, we've had 4 huge events here in the city. We've only made a couple of arrests as a result. I don't anticipate anything different tonight. Yep.
How is it being enforced?
Most of it is self-enforcement, so a lot of people are not coming down here and drinking. If people do come down here and drinking, they will be asked to either leave or to put their alcohol away. If it gets to the point where arrests need to be made, we will do that, but we certainly don't want to have to do that. Go ahead. The final work on the parade is being done right now, and I would be in big trouble if I was to talk about that at this point. I think there are a lot of Capitals fans that say that there might be a jinx associated with that. So I'll stay away from those questions. When the Caps do win their next game, we can talk about the parade in detail.
For areas other than here should the Caps win, places like Georgetown and are known for being a place where people will congregate.
We've had the same experience at the all of our local establishments throughout the city. We have larger crowds than normal for these events that are viewing at these establishments, and I've been very impressed with the way that the community in Washington, D.C. has been behaving at these events. We haven't had any problems. Of course, we're going to have additional staffing in any of the club areas in the city. And then we also have to maintain staffing in our neighborhoods. So this won't draw from any of our neighborhood staffing.
You were talking about staffing. Can you talk about how numbers-wise, how many more officers are going to be out tonight?
No, we're not going to talk about numbers. I'm sorry? We have everybody that we believe that we need for this circumstance. Yep.
Tell people what Metro is doing to ensure safety on board. Are there going to be any additional measures, both biochemical and people who get too rowdy?
Sure. The question is, what are we doing above and beyond what we do every day in terms of safety? Which is just as the chief said, we do things constantly. So this is an event, but we have events every morning, every evening with peak hour flow. It's Pride Week this week, so we are geared up for any emergency that would come up. We actually have our staff has been fantastic in both in terms of their approach and coming to work and making sure that this all goes smoothly. So we'll see no issues there either.
So at the event tonight, there's the cup presentation, and then the celebration begins. It still pushes the time frame back. Is there any movement where you can call and say, let's keep it open another half hour if this whole area is packed with people, or should people know it's going to close at a certain time no matter what?
What we'll do, we will tell people please to go to our website and look at our tweets and what's happening with the service. We'll play this, as it plays out. But we can't keep running people. We have safety concerns with our people. They can only work so many hours and things like that. So we'll have to monitor that as the situation unfolds. I wouldn't. No, we're going to keep to 1 hour. Yep. Okay.